17 in Lower Manhattan. Jalen Rose is out, but we have the honor of having Amin El Hassan join the show. Thank you so much for doing the show, Amin. You've been on the show many times before. You know how this works. It is time for Keep It Moving. If you want to discuss the topic, you say hit the brakes. If not, me, you, and Method Man just keep it moving in the minivan. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Odell Beckham is unsure if he is going to play this weekend for the New York Football Giants. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
Well, I like that diagnosis. Method Man, come on, keep it moving.
We keep it moving. We keep it moving.
Dirk Nowitzki just broke one of Kobe Bryant's records. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
Oh, hit them brakes.
Dirk Nowitzki played last night. He didn't play much. I think it was like 6 minutes. He got a bucket, and he has now played for more seasons than any other player has for the exact same franchise. This is his 21st in the league. Here's his off-the-backboard bucket. I mean, what is Dirk doing in the NBA? Is he going to be successful? Is he going to play? Is he a coach? Like, what's happening here?
What he's doing is making Mark Cuban money. That's one more year where they get to sell number 41 jerseys out of the team shop. One more year where they get to be relevant on a national level, although Luka Doncic is probably going to take care of that really soon. No, look, this is a nice feel-good kind of Dwayne Wade-esque last hurrah for Dirk Nowitzki. But unlike Dwayne, he's really old. I mean, Dwayne is old by NBA standards. Dirk is older than I am, which I think that if you're an NBA player, you're older than I am. That's pretty old.
That's not good. And also, like, Dwayne Wade can still do things.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like Dirk Nowitzki is going to be a very big contributor on the court.
You see how
41 jerseys will sell in the team shop.
But you see how painful it looked for him just to run up court? Like, he wasn't even sprinting. It was just like, I scored, and now I got to get back on the other end. That looked good.
A rec league team. Moving on, Canelo Alvarez has his first fight for DAZN. Shout out to John Skipper. This weekend, keep it moving or hit the brakes.
Keep it moving.
We're going to keep it moving, man.
Moving up. Jacoby moving. You know we keep it moving up.
Spencer Dinwiddie has a new deal. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
Oh, you got to hit the brakes on this one.
I love Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie signed a deal for 3 years for $34 million to the Brooklyn Nets. He could have signed a longer, more lucrative deal, but they settled on this. What does this tell you about Dinwiddie, the Nets, and their future?
Well, first of all, for Dinwiddie, this is a guy that was picked up off of the waiver wire in December of, I believe it was 2016. And this is a guy who had been a fringe NBA player his whole career, came to Brooklyn and has really found his game and found his lane as a clutch performer. He's one of the most clutch players we have in the league in terms of hitting go-ahead shots. And so this was all about security. Secure the bag now. Don't wait this year and risk injury or anything else. Also, because now he's found newfound money, I decided to ask him if he'd loan me $1. And he responded, you know, technically it hasn't happened yet. Doesn't kicked in, so he's still broke.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Look
but in July.
Good shout to you. Shout to you. Getting Dinwiddie to respond to you on Twitter.
That's my buddy. That's one of my celebrity friends.
You have celebrity friends. Moving on. A mob of people beat someone up because they cut the line trying to buy Air Jordans. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
Oh, I want to hit the brakes on this one. Yeah.
Sneaker releases are getting kind of crazy. So in China, someone tried to cut the line and they were assaulted and beat up by a mob of people. I mean, if you were in line waiting for like a day and a half to buy Jordans and someone cut the line, would you result in physical violence?
Not physical violence, but I'd absolutely have a word. I was going to ask you that actually. Have you ever had to have a strong word with someone who's trying to cut the line?
Here is my policy about line cutting. I'm a line cutter myself.
Sure.
Who would I be? It would be so hypocritical for me to be upset about someone cutting the line. However, here's my policy. I don't care if you cut the line, but you just have to be behind me. Like, it's like you just can't be in front of me cutting the line. You can cut the line, but it's got to be one stop or a few stops behind me. If you cut in front of me, then we're going to have a word.
No, of course. It's not line cutting if you cut behind me. I don't care what happens back there.
Exactly.
It's only line cutting if it happens here.
Exactly. But again, I would not. You can do it. My tolerance is so high before I result in physical violence. Like,
but not physical violence.
Violate me in so many ways.
But would you have a strong word? Would you have a strong word though if someone cut in front of you?
There's a lot of different factors that factor into this, but yeah, I'm a pretty assertive person. Like, I'm not afraid. I'm not shy. Like, if someone comes in front of me, I will mention something. I won't demand that they like go back to the back of the line, but I'll mention something just to make them feel awkward for a little bit.
What do you do?
Alert the people around me that it's happening.
Excuse me, sir. Pardon me. I believe I was in line first. What do? Give me your strong word, Jacoby.
Oh, you think we didn't notice that? You think you're just gonna cut the line like that and not say something? That's what I would say. I would just bring it out loud. I would just be like, do you think you're like? I would just bring it to their attention that I noticed, that we all noticed. I want to demand that they move. I'll just make them feel awkward for a little bit.
I just hit them with the, hey man. That's all it takes. So like, hey man, and then they
I
I'm
would
sorry.
Wink at you and you'd be like, yeah, cut the line. Moving on, filmmakers had to pay a lot of money because the new animated film Into the Spider-Verse, Nick Cage voiced it, and he said some very filthy things during the voice sessions. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
Keep it moving.
We keep it moving. We keep it moving.
The Pistons are interested in making a trade. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
Oh, hit the brakes. Let's talk about this.
They are reportedly interested, and I don't know why, in acquiring Markelle Fultz from the 76ers. Amin, explain this to me. As someone who watches a lot of NBA basketball like I do not understand the value that Markelle Fultz presents to a basketball team. Why would a team acquire Markelle Fultz?
Well, I think it's two things. How much is it going to cost me to acquire him? Because if it's something low level, then yeah, you take a flyer on him. The guy was the #1 overall pick, and it wasn't because Philly kind of shocked the world. Most draft boards, most people had him as a top 3 pick. And so that talent is still there. He's still young enough where we can still tap into that talent. But I would be hesitant as long as he deals with this TOS injury.
I would not be hesitant. I would not be involved. I would not be taking that calls. I would not be
not for free
acquiring Markelle Fultz.
What if it just all costs you a second round pick?
Don't want him on the basketball team. Even the Suns, the Phoenix Suns, Amin, were like, no, thank you. We're not interested in Markelle Fultz. That tells you something. That tells you something.
So
coming up next,
okay,
on Jalen and Jacoby, Vitamin Water is offering human beings a large amount of money to go a year without their cell phone. We'll find out how much it would cost for us to go a year without our cell phone right after this.